Hey, hey, what is up? Welcome back to the program, folks. Thank you for tuning in. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Tom Clark, and this is Tom Clark's Main Event. We're back once again on Facebook Live. Glad you are with us. We're also recording today. The show will post on YouTube and is always available on boinkstudios.com. Don't forget to subscribe on iTunes, Google Play, and iHeartRadio. This is episode 102, and yes, we're moving right along here on Facebook Live. I want to thank everyone for joining us here, of course, and for coming back each and every week. Thanks much for the love. We do appreciate it. How's everyone doing? Someone said Missouri, so yes. We're going to kick off the show today with a little intro. For all of you fine folks out there in podcast land, in Facebookville, I don't know what to call it. So good morning. Hi, how are you? So everyone hit me with where you are in the world right now. You can say good morning from so-and-so, good afternoon from wherever. Illinois, welcome Illinois, Stephen in Illinois. I feel like a radio disc jockey. Kentucky, Todd in Kentucky, welcome. From Long Island, New York, what's up, Gerald? Long Island represent. Never been to New York, always wanted to go. Hi from Coventry, how are you? Minnesota, go Vikings, baby. That's right, I don't care. Come at me. That's my team, man. Michigan, what's up? Hello from Texas, California. All right. Maryland, sweet. Welcome aboard. Asheville, what's up, Asheville? Jamie, we spoke last week, right? About where you're at and everything. Sweet. Texas, good morning from, is that Missouri? Yes? Sweet. Louisiana, awesome. New Orleans, or is it Orleans? Yeah? Living in Somerville, Georgia. Nice. Pennsylvania. All right. Riding out in Florence, You're in Florence, is that right? Holy cow. Florence, okay, so Hurricane Florence. Yeah, so listen, not to make light of it, but I want to touch on that right away as everyone keeps throwing their locations. Go Vikings. There it is. All right. Good afternoon from Nebraska. Sweet. Hello, Georgia. So right off the bat, your boy's in North Carolina. I'm in a small town called Conover. We're about an hour or so away from Charlotte, not that far. Where I'm at right now, we're about 4 to 4.5 to maybe 5 hours, depending on which route you take to the coast. So we're supposed to get a ton of rain up here. This thing could go Cowboy. Come on, you're killing me with that Cowboys crap. Come on now, I'm playing. Relax. Yeah, it's getting a bit dicey. The wind is really kicking up today. It's taken almost an entire week to show any kind of anything up this way. It's supposed to dump a ton of rain on us, and we're hoping that's all we get. But if rains are in excess, or if winds are in excess of 30 miles an hour, we might have a potential problem. I'm just praying that we don't lose power. If we don't lose power, we'll be fine. So I work in the retail business. Apart from this, that's my other job. God help us all. So as you can imagine, it's been quite hairy. But as long as we don't lose power, we'll be fine. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. So everyone out there, if you're affected by Florence, please stay safe. Get out of there. If you haven't gotten out, for God's sake, get out. Okay? You have an opportunity to get out. Excuse the if you just heard that or saw that. We want to send out our best to Heidi Ryan right now. She is our brave and fearless leader at WrestlingRumors.net. She's the one that's making this podcast possible and allowing us to have the platform here. So we want to wish her the best because she lives in Charleston. She is safe in Macon, Georgia. So Heidi, hope all is well. So anyway, we just want to say again to everyone out there, please be safe. Thank you for the pops there. Appreciate it. I've got a bunch of them, man. You can't see all the shells, but anyway, we won't spend a lot of time on this, but please, everyone, be safe out there. If you've seen any footage of Florence, what it's doing to the coast, it's scary, man. It's real scary. So everyone, hang in there. Please be safe. Do all you can do to get to higher ground, as it were. Do all you can do to be safe, please. We want everyone to ride this thing out, or not ride it out. We want everyone to pull through safely. That's what we're hoping for. So everyone, just hang in there. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get down to the program here. If anyone is just jumping on, okay, and you've not told us yet where you are in the world, please feel free to do so. We would love to hear from you. So have to make a quick note here. Did you hear the pin? It's old school, man. I got a little bouncing going on the phone here right now. We're trying to keep that from happening. But what are you going to do? So, yeah, man. So we're going to go ahead and get started. So this time, the main event, we discussed this last week. New York City in the house. All right, New York, Syracuse. What's up? So last week on the program was episode 101, and episode 101 was what can I say, New York? That's awesome. New Japan versus WWE fantasy booking. We had fun on that show. Yes, I know I did. Hopefully you did as well. This time the main event, and last week I pitched the subject, and I was like, what do you think we should talk about? And someone said Hell in a Cell, and I'm like, well, duh. Great idea. So Hell in a Cell. What's up? Was that Runaway Bay, Texas? Sweet. Interesting name for a town. City? Excuse me. That's awesome. Runway? Yeah, Runaway, I think. My apologies if I butchered that. You were in Charleston. Oh my goodness. Yeah, please be safe, man. Take care, please. So, we're going to talk about Hell in a Cell. That's the main event this time around, okay? So, we've got the match card in front of us. I want to touch on every match. It's not a very big card, and depending on how you look at this thing, that could be a good or a bad thing, I suppose. WWE has been really inflating the cards as of late. By the way, everyone digging the t-shirt? Dead Man Inc. I don't care what anybody says. I don't really care. I love the biker gimmick. Excuse me. Big Evil? Come on, shut up. That was fun. You know, people give him crap for that, give WWE crap for that. I was digging it. I'm fine with it. I wish they'd bring it back. Come at me. So, anyway. So yeah, depending on how you look at it, I mean, WWE has been stretching these cards, man, inflating the pay-per-view events like crazy. Used to be, 3 hours, is now 12 hours, it seems. It's a marathon. It's a 2.5-day event. You start at 8 in the morning, you end at 8 the next morning. I don't know. It's not anything that ridiculous. Would it surprise you? I don't have any idea. So yeah. But yeah, it's, again, the card is not stacked. Some good talent, but it's not like what you would think. Don't put it past WWE to throw in some matches at the very last minute that they never even advertised. Right? So, we'll see. I don't know. Let's go ahead and start. I was going to say at the bottom, and I don't want to say this out of any disrespect to anybody involved. We might have to take the glasses off here. So, I want to be sure I see everyone. I want to be sure that we're all... Isn't that weird? Because I use these things for distance, which is odd. They're not reading glasses, right? But I'm so used to putting them on now, I'm starting to have a difficult time. Not really bad up close. Like up close, I'm still okay. But I'm starting to notice a little bit of a difference, which is why the optometrist tells you, don't wear these for close up. Okay? Because it's not a good idea. But like a lot of other people, I choose not to listen because I'm a stubborn dude. So, let's go ahead and talk about this. Let's touch on the first match. It's the first match that I see in front of me. SmackDown Tag Team Champions, The New Day, versus Rusev and Aiden English. Is anyone else sick of the Rusev Day thing with Aiden English? Big Abel, that's right, Jim. Is anyone else sick of it? And it doesn't mean you hate Rusev. It doesn't mean you hate English. And it doesn't mean you don't. Rusev Day deserves the best. I get it. People are like on the bandwagon for Rusev. I don't know about it so much now. But like the groundswell of support for Rusev at one time was astronomical, right? So I don't know how people are feeling about it right now. But yeah, it gets old. Yeah. Through no fault of their own, let's just be honest. Let's just be honest, okay? And shoot straight from the hip. Whenever we talk about the talent, very rarely is it their fault unless someone's screwing up in the ring, they're botching. I hate the word botch. You know what I mean? Accidents happen, screw-ups happen all the time. It is what it is. But unless someone's intentionally trying to tank a match or whatever, blah, whatever. You know what I mean? But I don't lay the blame at Rusev's door or at Aiden English. They are working with what they have. I think they have chemistry together. I think it was more along the lines of, Aiden English lost his tag team partner, and then all of a sudden, Gotch is out the door, becomes Simon Grimm on the indie circuit, and Aiden English needs something to do. Hey, English can sing. Let's have him sing for the big Russian dude that's now Bulgarian, and that he didn't his girlfriend slash wife didn't speak American English, and now she does, and she's no longer Russian. It's a mess. I'm sorry. I'm one of those guys that I believe in kayfabe. Sorry. But not a lot of people in that company do, evidently, and apparently not the people running that company. I'm just saying. So I like to stick to the storyline. That's just me talking. So if you're Russian, by God, you should be Russian all the time. Call me silly. Someone said I'm sick of New Day. It's your opinion. It's cool. I can see where you're coming from. However, I don't think the crowds would agree with you. I'm just saying English doesn't fit with Rusev. Well, since we're talking about the match, let's talk about it. English doesn't fit with Rusev, sure, but at the same time, that's sort of Vince McMahon's thing. Taking guys that don't fit together and putting them together and saying, hey, you guys should be together. And they're going, but we don't fit together. And he's like, I don't really care. It is what it is. But yeah, I agree. It's a sort of an odd fit. They've made it work. I don't, I've never been really crazy about it. It's one of those things where like Aiden English comes out and they repeat it, they say it with him and they chant with him and stuff. And then, he sort of turns on the crowd. And I've never really understood that. It's kind of the Elias thing. I don't really get that at all. I don't know. That's just me. So, what do you think of Truth and Carmella? Well, we can get to that. Kayfabe is dead. Yes, it is. I did a column once on Stone Cold, and it was, oh my God, a long time ago. I can't even remember. It was around Raw 1000, which, interestingly enough, SmackDown 1000 is coming up soon, yes. But I did a column on Austin, and it wasn't meant to kiss up or anything. I was complimentary because he deserved it, because he's, one of the biggest areas in the business for that company, or in the business in general, was during his run, right? So he sent me a direct message on Twitter thanking me for the column. Said it was he used a lot of expletives because Austin curses all the time. That's a shoot, brother. So he cursing like crazy and thanked me and said it was a great read and everything, always like this, and said kayfabe this message. So I did. I went on Twitter and I thanked him for his words, but I didn't thank him for what he said, and I didn't, publicly reveal what he said. And I don't think I've ever posted that online anywhere. I've saved it. You know what I mean? But anyway, and sometimes when I hear the word kayfabe, that's what it makes me think of. So, but yeah, kayfabe is dead in the water, man. Been dead, and it's a rotting corpse. That's a terrible thing to say, isn't it? It is. Someone said they're sick of the New Day. I don't get that. That's not me at all. The New Day is the longest running faction in the history of WWE. Longest consistent running faction. And maybe someone can call me out on that. That's fine. But at one point, I did the math and I did a little research, and they've lasted longer than DX. They lasted longer than WO and WCW. They lasted longer. I'm talking about consecutive. I'm not talking about it goes away for 6 months and it comes back 6 months later and lasts for a year. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about consistent run. They've outlasted the Horsemen and a lot of other groups over the years in the business. Not only WWE but WCW and other places as well. I have a hard time believing if it wasn't still working, it would still be together. Now, you can look at me and say, listen, man, get rid of the pancakes. You can't get rid of the pancakes, man. They're a trademark. Come on. Be hating on pancakes. Come on, man. I loves me some pancakes. I don't love them too much anymore because your boy's down 21 pounds. Celebration. I'm just saying. 21 pounds, baby, and counting. We're still working on it. So, probably I don't know how many weeks we've been doing this, like 8 or 9 weeks or something here on Facebook Live. So like you saw this big land mass, so hopefully the land mass is shrinking. Yes, the continental drift is happening. I don't know if that makes sense in this analogy, but anyway, 21 pounds down, baby, and counting. So I like the New Day. They are a great tag team. I agree. They know what they're doing, don't they? They're dialed in. They're automatic. I would be shocked to find out that they were ever not put together before they went through the curtain. They just seem like they're ready to roll. I thought the King Booker spot was funny as well. They're going to split at Hell in a Cell. People have been predicting the split for 2 years now or something. Yeah, they've been predicting it for a long time. Here's my biggest fear in splitting the New Day. Does WWE have a plan for any one of them? in my opinion, when it's time for the New Day to go their separate ways, it should be a handshake agreement on camera. It shouldn't be Big E betrays his brothers. It shouldn't be, I was going to say Seth Rollins. We all remember that one, right? It shouldn't be Kofi Kingston turn his back on the New Day. Stop. Don't give me that. For a change, let's just wrap it up. Let's have a couple of matches where they lose. They go on a little bit of a losing streak. It's not, you can notice they're sort of like irritating each other or that kind of thing. And then they have a spot. It can either be backstage or in the ring where they say, you know what? I think we should cool it off for a while. I got things I want to do, like solo projects. You know what I'm saying? Like the band doesn't officially break up, but, you know, the guys in the band want to go do their own solo albums, right? Everyone at Kiss want to go do a solo album. Even though it was really still Kiss, they all went and did their own solo album. Sort of the same idea. Call me a softie, but I don't want to see this thing end in a full-out, you know, bashing session. I don't want to see it end in a brawl or a huge pull apart. Right, Jim? Yeah? I just want to see it end like with, hey, we're cool. Let's just go right. We're going to do this somewhere else. You know, if you need anything from me, I got your back. But in the meantime, I'm going to go do me. Right? Do you hate that phrase as much as I do? I'm just saying. That's like how I like to see it go down. I don't see Rusev and Aiden English winning the championships. Nothing would surprise me because supposedly, if you believe anything you read, WWE now is not going for the length of the title reign with the New Day on SmackDown. They're going for the number of championships that the team can win. So I wouldn't be surprised to see them lose the titles and then win them back later. That may be a cop-out of an answer or a prediction. I don't know. But this is not a prediction show, I don't think. This is just me doing a lot of talking and you talking, and we see where we can come up with together. How's about that? Love the New Day. Leave them. Love them. Sorry, I thought you said leave them alone. Is that Mary? Everyone say hello to Mary. I was accused, was it last week or the week before, of hating on the guys. I wasn't hating on the guys. I don't hate on my own gender. Right? I just, we don't have enough ladies on the show. So Mary, tell every chick you know, and I don't mean chick as a derogatory remark either. I say it affectionately, okay? But tell every friend that you have to, sweet. And we have Becky. What's up, Becky? You haven't been greeted like that today, have you, Becky? Of course you haven't. That's awesome. Everyone say hello to Becky. Now everyone has to say hello to Becky. And if you don't say hello to Becky, I don't know if I have anything to say to you. Everyone make Becky feel at home. Mary's getting all kinds of hellos. Stick with us, okay? So, yeah, I don't know how I feel about this, but I think the match will go either way. I'm looking forward to it because the New Day's fun to watch. So, yeah, let's make that happen. We're going to move right along here. Let's talk about the other set of tag team champions. The Raw tag team champions, Dolph Ziggler and Drew McIntyre. By the way, when Braun Strowman said the word that Roman's got his Hounds of Justice and he's got his Dogs of War, I love that. I hope they copyright that, man. Make it official. The Dogs of War versus the Hounds of Justice. I am so with that right now. It's not even funny. But there again, I'm a sucker for catchy names. I can't help it. I'm a comic book guy, so what are you going to do? But the Raw Tag Team Champions, Ziggler and McIntyre, unofficially known as the Dogs of War, versus Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose, officially known as the Hounds of Justice. Seth and Dean are going to get the belts, and I don't know if it's going to be here, but they're going to get them. I would be shocked if they didn't get them at some point, and here's why. There's not a singles title for Dean to win now. Not on Raw, right? So, in order for the Shield to completely dominate, which I think they will, because they kind of are right now, then Dean's going to have a title. And what other title than the SmackDown the Raw Tag Team Championships. Hey, listen, if you're live and it's a mistake, it wasn't a mistake, right? That's what I'm going with anyway. I recently wrote about this. Will the Shield continue to dominate at WWE Hell in a Cell? You can find this, of course, on WrestlingRumors.net. Go give it a read, shall you? I really very much appreciate it. Yeah, they're dominating. They're getting it done. So, this is a good feud. This feud's going to probably stretch throughout the rest of 2018. That's my guess. And it could even lead to WrestleMania. That may be a bit far in the future. Is there a heel turn for Dean Ambrose in the future? His new look makes me believe yeah, he's kind of dropped the I'm a little wacky thing, right? That routine's sort of dead in the water. When is Eli Drake going to make the jump? I like Eli Drake. I don't know if there's been any word of that at all. If there's any rumors of that, I've not read them or wrote about them, put it that way, so I've not heard. Love the Shield. Can't stand Seth Rollins. Boy, you don't hear that too often. Usually it's, I love the Shield, but that guy Roman, right? Because, everybody hates Roman. But, yeah, I don't know, man. But, yeah, again, I think this storyline is going to stretch throughout the rest of 2018. That's what I think. I think McIntyre and Ziggler will retain. But I would, and again, it's not a cop-out, I assure you, but I would not be surprised to see Ambrose and Rollins win. Of course, if they do, Rollins is a two-time champion, is a two-champion. You know what I mean? He's got 2 belts. That's what I'm trying to say. Intercontinental champion and Raw Tag Team champion. So, yeah. And again, if any of you folks are just coming onto the show, please hit us with your location. If you've not already done so, please, that'd be awesome of you. Tell us where you are in the world right now, okay? I'm going to keep that up the whole program. I just like to get kind of a feel of where the audience is from and say hi to them in their respective hometowns, yes? Or home countries, as it were. So, yeah, again, I'm not trying to dodge the bullet. I'm not trying to dodge the question. It's nothing like that. But Kentucky, what's up? We had a Kentucky earlier, yes? But yes, welcome. But honestly, I don't think I have one for this. Again, this is not a prediction show, not from where I'm sitting. This is just us going down the card. Missouri, is that Missouri? Mary, is that Missouri? It's one S. That's not Mississippi. Mississippi be M-I-S-S, right? So Missouri? Or is it? Or is it Missouri M-O? That's Montana. Man, this stuff gets confusing. Know your states, people. Binghamton, New York. Welcome, New York. Saratoga Springs. We got a lot of Yankees. And listen, I'm not talking about the team. Relax. I am down south. We call you people Yankees. No disrespect intended. I know you call us a whole bunch of names. Probably pretty bad, and we probably deserve all of them. I'm just saying, if you live in North Carolina watching this show, you know exactly the kind of people I'm talking about. I'm not talking about you. You're in my audience. You and me, we're cool. I'm just saying. So, yeah, I mean, honestly, Seth would be a 2-champion. To have 2 championships. I don't know if they'll go that route or not. It'll be interesting to see. Let's get to this next one, shall we? It's the mixed tag of the night. Daniel Bryan and Brie Bella versus The Miz and Maryse. Or Maris. I'm just kidding. Roger Maris? What? Versus The Miz and Maryse. So, is this something else that's cooled off? Is this something else that you're kind of tired of? The Daniel Bryan and Miz thing kind of felt like it should have ended already. Am I crazy? Maybe SummerSlam should have been it? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? And if did they stretch this to the Royal Rumble? Is that the deal? Has it lost its effectiveness is what I'm asking. Lewisburg, Tennessee? Sweet. Mississippi. Mary, my apologies. Everyone that said hi to Mary, she's in Mississippi. Awesome. Welcome, Mary, again to the show. I kind of feel like it's the day is sort of come and gone on this feud. And, I'm not trying to be all like that at all to anyone involved. I love Daniel. I do. And I think Miz, anyone that says that Miz is underrated has not been paying attention. Miz is not underrated at all. Okay? You're only underrated when no one talks about you and no one recognizes your ability, in my humble opinion. And everyone recognizes what Miz can do. So he's not underrated. I think he's right where he needs to be. He may not have a title, but it doesn't mean that he necessarily needs one, right? Let me talk about Brian's wife for a sec. Tuckerman, Arkansas. That's our first Arkansas folk today. Michael, what's up? So, here's the thing about Brie. She and Nikki look as though they're going to turn heel on Raw. Can you hear the wind in the background? It's kicking up, folks. It's kicking up. Yeah, I don't know. They seem like they're going to turn heel on Raw, yet she's working with her husband, who's a major babyface on SmackDown. It's all really weird and messed up. But that's WWE. There's no sense in losing on a sleepover. You can sit here all day and try to figure it out. but you're really sort of wasting your time. There's no point in it, no sense in it really. It is what it is. They love the Bella Twins. They've always loved the Bella Twins. They are in love and infatuated with the Bella Twins. They've put so much money into these two, so much advertisement and promoting and booking and all this stuff and publicity, and they do it all the time. And you can argue that the machine has sort of, overtaken WWE. That it's, they've created a monster, and it's now a self-sustaining monster. It doesn't even need really WWE. I don't know if you want to go that route or not, but I'll tell you this: it's a beast. The whole Bella machine is a beast, and I've never been a fan. No disrespect to either one of them. I always show and pay respect to anyone that gets in the ring and attempts to apply their craft and puts their life on the line. Because, listen, do not forget, lest we forget, that anyone that steps into the squared circle is risking life and limb. That's the truth. One false move and you're paralyzed. One wrong move and you're dead. Okay? So show some respect. I can choose not to like someone in the ring, and choose also not to hate on them personally. So I don't hate on them personally. I've just never been a fan of their work, and that's no disrespect. It's just not my cup of tea. I've never really been down with it. So that's just me talking. I'll care about this match when I watch it. I don't care enough about it to sit here and go on and on about it. That's just me talking, okay? I think Daniel Bryan and Brie Bella win. And I think they're doing this mixed tag stuff because they're trying to extend this feud between Daniel and Miz, obviously. I'm not sure why or to what end they're trying to do this. I'm not sure what the end game is. As Doctor Strange would say, we've reached the end game. We're in the end game, right? I don't know what it is at this point. Can I be honest with you? I don't have any idea. I hope it wraps up. I don't hate the feud, but like I said before, it feels like they're just, you know what I'm saying? Dennis, thanks for love, man. Appreciate it. So, yeah, I don't know. I'll pick Bryan and Bella. If we insist on doing predictions, I'll pick them, I suppose. So, just barely joining in. Andrew, tell us where you're at in the world, my friend. Everyone that's just tuning in, again, I will say to you, tell us where in the world you are right now. Be greatly appreciated. Because we've all done it. You have to do it too. You're no better than anyone else is. Okay? Jeez. Let's get to a fun match that is one of the biggest head scratchers of all time. This is the SmackDown Women's Champion, Charlotte Flair versus Becky Lynch. I'm pausing for a very good reason. If you don't laugh, you'll cry about this. And here's why. Belfast, Ireland. Oh my God, welcome. What is up? Belfast, Ireland. Sweet. Other countries excite me. Can you tell I don't get around too often? It's funny. Welcome. We had United Kingdom last week. We had Scotland last week, I think. Scotland, yes? You may have been here as well last week from Ireland. So, okay, so Charlotte and Becky are going to have a crazy match. I agree with that, 100%. So, as I said, if you don't laugh, you'll cry. This is one of the most preposterous things. And that's hard for me to sit here and say because WWE has done some incredibly silly stuff over the years. But this whole thing is backfiring from start to finish. And here's why. Yes, it's getting publicity, and yes, we're all talking about it. We're talking about it right now, right? Charlotte, yes. Was that location or is that the wrestler? Chuck? I like the name Chuck. Chuck. Because you can say it like that. You can't really say Tom. Do you see what I'm saying? It's not that, but Chuck. It's got like a growl to it. I like that. Where was I? So, you can't really say that it's not working. You can't really say that it's not getting over because we're all talking about it. Everyone's talking about it. Everyone's talking about Charlotte. Everyone's talking about Becky. So you can't say it's not working. However, you can say it's a train wreck because it's not working the way WWE intended it to work, wanted it to work. Once again, WWE has taken a simple premise and kicked it straight in the mouth. That's what they've done by turning Becky Lynch heel. Now, we're not going to spend a lot of time on that because you are just going... I have my crew listening at work on Friday. Andrew, my man. That's my Lashley for the day. My man. Andrew, tell all your friends we said hi. Right? That's awesome. Everyone tell Andrew, nice job. I like that. I can kind of be the puppet master and kind of, I'm like pulling the strings like a marionette. That's it. Something of that nature. I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time on Becky Lynch's ill-advised heel turn because it's goofy enough as it is. And although we need some comedy today, considering what's going on in the world, in this very country actually, at the same time, it will cause you to want to take your head and bash it into the cement wall. And we don't want to see anyone get hurt today, all right? Let's be safe out there, people. Becky says, Becky, you're awesome. Becky, you need to stick around, Beck. Can I call you Beck? I feel like we're friends now. I can call you Beck. And her last name's Anderson. Oh, my God. You're so watching a wrestling podcast right now. That's awesome. Becky is Arn Anderson's niece. Did anyone know that? I'm making that up. So, I'm fantasy booking here on the show today. Can you tell? Yes, Becky Lynch's heel turn is ill-advised. Yes, she's getting over. Yes, she could hit Charlotte with a bus and get a pop. And Charlotte would still get booed when she falls down. It's an absolute train wreck of epic proportions, and the thing is not working at all the way that you thought it would. Let me ask you a question. You folks seem like a good, level-headed bunch of people. I mean, does anyone on the planet think this was a good idea? I'm asking. Does anyone think this? No one thinks this was a good idea. This is a horrible idea. Horrible idea. Never should have turned Becky Lynch. They can't turn the right people at the right time, but they'll take someone that didn't need to turn and turn her. Oh my God. But I'm laughing because I have to, because I can't change it. I can't, and neither can you. And don't lose any sleep over it, because it's not worth losing sleep over. I just want to sit back, put my hands up and say, I'm Bennett and I'm not in it. Get it? And just watch the whole drama unfold and just understand I had nothing to do with it. But man, it's going to be fun trying to see this company pull it out of the sewer and try to make something smell good about it. All respect to Charlotte and Becky. They're completely doing what they're supposed to be doing. 150%. They're doing everything in their power to get this thing over. I don't care what anyone says about Charlotte. Charlotte busts her hump every time she's in there. All the women in WWE do. And you might prefer some over others, might like some over, whatever the case may be. But the fact is, these two women are bringing it. They are. And I have nothing but mad respect for both of them. Having said that, this crap ain't working. Someone compared Becky Lynch to Austin. Becky loves that. And I'm happy for Becky. Not because she got an ill-advised heel turn, but because we're finally talking about Becky, and it's not like, oh, shucks, I wish Becky would get a break. Oh, heck, Becky's never going to get there. Oh, but I love her so much. She's there. She's getting it. She's getting hers, man. So feel good about that. If you wanted Becky to succeed, brother, she's succeeding. I'm saying, okay? So be happy about that. And I'm thrilled to death for her because she's in the headlines. And you know that Charlotte's love. I don't care what anyone says. Best friends and all that stuff, dude. You mean to tell me that Hunter and Sean didn't love working against each other? Shut up with that. Of course they did. Good morning from California. Linda, we have another female on the show. I'm so happy. Everyone say hello to Linda. Linda, we're going to make you famous. I'm just saying. So, do I want to see Becky win the title? Here's what makes me worried. Hello from Kentucky. Is that Tammy? We have another. Oh my God! Listen to me. And this is going to sound terrible. I don't mean it to sound terrible, okay? But everyone watching today, if you have not followed me on Facebook, that's Twitter. Follow, right? Blah. If you are not my friend on Facebook, send me an invite. If you can't find me, because there's only like 600 Tom Clarks in like one town in this friggin' country, send a message to Wrestling Rumors inbox on Messenger, and I will I'll read it after the show and I'll follow you back. Sound good? Everyone watching, if we're not friends on Facebook, let's make this happen, man. Let's make some connections. Let's get out there. Let's join hands and sing Kumbaya. I'm kidding. Let's join hands and sing Inner Sandman. I'm down with that. I'll play the bass line to it as well. That'll be fun. So, here's my issue with Becky and Charlotte. I don't want Becky Lynch to be cannon fodder for Charlotte Flair. I don't want that. I don't want this feud to exist simply to get Charlotte over. I don't want it to be a John Cena situation in which they turn someone, that person gets red hot only to lose in the end to John Cena, because we have to uplift John Cena and make John Cena look better and awesome and like the man every single week. I don't want that right here. I don't want it at all. If they're going to go this far, then Becky, you want to get Becky over as a heel? Do you want to? You turn Becky on Ric Flair. How serious is WWE about getting... I'm going to soapbox the dog out of this. Are you ready? How serious is WWE about getting Becky Lynch over as a heel? I'm curious. If they're dead serious about it, you turn Becky on Ric Flair. You have Becky come out and talk junk about Ric Flair. You bring Rick on the show, have Becky slap the taste out of his mouth. Have Rick do his thing. Where he's like, look, everyone can say what they want to about me and my daughter, but we've mended our fences. She's her own woman. I'm never going to get in her way. And then Becky comes at him full force, slaps the taste out of his mouth, knocks him back a few feet. Okay? For real. That's how you get Becky over. You have Becky flat out steal that title. You don't have her win it fair. You don't have, she distracted the referee. Forget that nonsense. You have Becky flat out take it. I'm talking about steal it. I'm talking about you're going to have to call the police, get Colombo involved, and investigate the case, man. Because she, not only assault and battery, but grand theft auto. I'm saying. Then people turn on Becky Lynch. And I know what you're saying to me. You're saying to me, impossible, Tom. We love Becky too much. We're never going to turn on her. Nonsense. Nonsense. Becky turns on the right person, you're going to start booing Becky Lynch. It's the herd mentality in the crowd. No disrespect. But it's not enough that 5 or 10 people, or let's say you got a crowd of 15,000, it's not enough that 6,000 of those 15 love somebody. What are you going to hear the most of? Do you see what I'm saying? Either way, that's my take, all right? So if you want to turn Becky Lynch heel, you can do it. You're right, I don't believe it either. I don't believe it either. She's not a heel. But there's ways to make it work. You want to turn somebody heel, you get the biggest baby face in the company, and you turn them on that person. Okay? For real. Braun Strowman was so much of a baby face that when the Shield jumped him, they started getting booed that night. Want to know why? Not just because Roman was doing the jumping, but because Braun was so over his baby face. It almost backfired on them as well. It didn't. It's working out okay, right? But at the time, it almost didn't work out. So if you want to turn somebody, you turn them against the top babyface and watch the crowd turn on that person. But what do I know? I'm not booking the show, right? They're not calling me asking my opinion, my man. I'm just saying. Let's move on to something I just wrote about for another website, for thechairshot.com. This thing should hit probably within the next 2 days. Jeff Hardy versus Randy Orton. This is a Hell in a Cell match. Imagine that. It's a Hell in a Cell match at the Hell in a Cell event. Yay! Are we all happy or what? And it's about time. I'm just saying. Right now there's 2 matches. Look at this card. There's 2. It's the Hell in a Cell. It's Hell in a Cell. Hell in a freaking Cell. And there's 2 Hell in a Cell matches booked for Hell in a Cell. I don't even know what to say about that. It's insane. Do I have a YouTube account? I do. Hi. It's Tom Clark. I don't know what to tell you. You know what I'll do? Oh my God, I just had an epiphany. I will post the YouTube link on the Wrestling Rumors Facebook page when we're done. How's that about it? It's not a flashy channel. It's just the shows, man. By the way, you can subscribe to Tom Clark's Main Event on iTunes if you have iTunes. Oh, look out. And please leave me a review. I very much appreciate it. You're excited? She said Becky says she's excited to see that match. We're talking about Orton and Hardy. I am too. Here's how excited I am. I'm bouncing my chair. Is that nice? I need a new chair, by the way. I'm going to start a GoFundMe account to buy. It's going to be called Buy Tom a New Chair. How's that sound? Everyone donate $10. We got this thing licked in like 5 minutes. I'm kidding. I'm not going to do that. So, all right. By the way, I can write off my taxes, so, you can as well. I don't think you can. Or can you? I don't know. Here's how excited I am about this match. I wrote about this thing, and I made a lot of points. I tried to cover a lot of ground in a short piece. It wasn't even 1,000 words, I don't think. The name of this column is Randy Orton versus Jeff Hardy. Old school pro wrestling done right. Because it is. Listen to me. Follow me here. Hardy and Orton. This is not for a title. This is not for contendership for a title. This is not loser leaves town. This is not hair versus hair. This is not the manager's up in a cage suspended above the ring. This is not anything on a pole. God help us, WCW. Boo. Okay? This is good old-fashioned. One dude's got a problem with this dude. They're going to step inside of a steel cage and settle their differences. Someone just said, what are the two cell matches? Well, you're getting one right now, man. You're getting Orton versus Hardy. The second one is going to be the main event. That's Braun versus Roman. But don't jump ahead of the game. Be patient. Oh, my God. Hang with us. Hang tight. We're getting there, okay? This is two dudes that have a huge problem with each other. This is the jerk. This is the jerk, Randy Orton, the Viper. I interviewed Randy on the show several months ago. It's a telephone interview. It's not face-to-face. You can't read someone's body language face-to-face, on a telephone interview. Humble, down-to-earth, easy to talk to, answered every question I had, was cool about everything. I've interviewed guys before where it kind of felt like they were thinking, who cares? I didn't get that from Randy at all. Now, keep in mind, he did a whole day of press that day. And WWE's people reached out and said, hey, we got Randy Orton. And I'm like, sure, let's do this. So I did, and it was awesome. And great guy to interview. Very cool. And I get what everyone says about him. I'm not here to officially endorse Randy Orton for president. Although it'd probably be a side better than what we have now. And if I lose viewers because of that, I apologize. It's just my take. So, just saying. But here you got the Viper, the jerk, the bully, the piece of crap, Randy Orton, the guy that just attacks indiscriminately, doesn't care who his opponent is, doesn't care what his opponent did. He just wants to can I get my words out? To destroy someone. Who's standing on the other side of the ring from him? The superhero, Jeff Hardy. The guy that could do no wrong, Jeff Hardy. The guy that everyone got behind, Jeff Hardy. The guy that stood up to The Undertaker when he was 25 years old, live on Monday Night Raw, and kept getting back up. Remember that? Kept getting back up. Undertaker hit with everything he had. He kept getting back up. Undertaker goes back in the ring to give him another big soup bone, and what happens? He doesn't. He pats Jeff on the head and shakes his head as if to say, my God, the kid's tough as nails. That's the Jeff Hardy that we're talking about. And I got news for you. Despite all of his personal issues, despite all the crap he's put himself through, his body through, the stuff he's taken, the trouble he's been in, all that crap over the years, people will support Jeff Hardy today. People support Jeff Hardy today as much as they ever did before. He's the superhero of this feud. He's the guy in this equation. He's the guy. Okay? And no one wants to see that guy get beaten up. Remember we were talking earlier about who you have Becky turn. You take a popular babyface, you turn someone on that babyface, guess what? That dude's a heel. I'm saying Gabriel himself could come down from the clouds. If he sneak attacks Jeff Hardy, Gabriel's turning heel that night. Bam. I'm just saying, man. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. What you think about that whole concept, that's the truth. Jeff is over just as much today as he ever was. And I'm going to be honest with you, and you're going to think I'm crazy. I actually think that all the stuff that he's gotten into outside the ring, the trouble he's been in, the demons he's ran from, and maybe he's chased, I don't know. All that stuff, I believe, has actually strengthened him as a professional wrestler. Because why? Because people want to see reality. They like the over-the-top characters. They like the larger-than-life stuff. But at the end of the day, they want to be able to look at a wrestler, male or female, and see a little bit of themselves. People can look at Jeff Hardy and say he's a flawed individual. Man, Jeff's had some problems, but he's still here. Jeff's getting paid. Jeff's on national television. Jeff's faced all over the world. Jeff could go to any company in the world right now and get a big fat contract. I'm saying Jeff has outlasted a lot of other guys that came after him that flat out ripped off his style. And Matt's, okay? Not to leave Matt out here. Matt went through the same stuff. Very similar anyway. People look at Jeff Hardy and say, he's a survivor. He's a real person. That's done nothing but strengthen him. People look at Randy Orton. What do they see? A bad guy. A villain. They do. In the ring, outside the ring. In person, signing autographs, giving interviews. He's a jerk. Hate that guy. Hear what he did backstage? He's a jerk. I say, not Orton is a top-class heel all day. Boring face. Yeah, I agree. I can't say Randy's a boring face, but he's much more effective as a heel. 150%. Can't argue that. We'll never argue that. That's the truth. Straight up. Paul. Is that Paul? Yes, it's Paul. Everyone tell Paul, good job. I like doing that. It's so much fun. I'm seeing friend requests. Be patient, folks. We're going to accept all of them. And remember, if you're just tuning in, there's Becky again. Becky's doing her thing. Absolutely agree with that statement about Jeff. I have been, since day one, a huge fan of Jeff Hardy. I can't do the C more. If I do, I'm afraid I'm going to screw the screen up, but I get where you're coming from. By the way, everyone out there watching, please send me a friend request, and I will accept. This is like just me pandering to the audience, this whole show. Is that terrible? It's okay. I've watched can I be honest with you right now? And we're not going to mention any names, because I'm not all like that, okay? I don't be hating, yo. I watch podcasts where I see this right here. Here's what I think's going to happen. If anyone's tuning in right now, they're going to say, what's this idiot doing? Dude, is that fun to watch? Can I ask you, is that fun? It's not fun for me. I don't want to see that or hear it. So it has to be a little animated, yo. That's the Beast Boy coming out of me. If any of you are watching Teen Titans, go. I'm sorry, I got a 10-year-old. I watch that crap all the time. It's good. It's good stuff. Okay, what match are we talking about? Glad you asked. I'm so looking forward to Orton versus Hardy. I'm looking forward to it. If this is the end of the feud, that sucks. I want this thing to keep going, because I think there's a lot more stuff they could do here, honestly. And I know what you're saying right now. I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, this thing's only working because Jeff's getting the crap kicked out of him every week. Yeah, but it's working. It's getting over. You can't argue the results, man. Here's what I did in this piece, and I encourage you to read it. Please read it. It would mean a lot to me. Thank you very much. Okay? I compared Jeff Hardy to Ricky Morton. I said, this is akin. Beating up Jeff Hardy is akin to beating up Ricky Morton in the 1980s. Baby, you became public enemy number one. Straight up. You became the most hated guy in the company. You laid hands on Ricky Morton, you're dead to the fans, or they want you dead. Okay? That's how big Ricky was. That's how big Jeff is probably always going to be. That's me talking, okay? That's what I believe. And so the moment Randy laid a hand on him, game over, man, as they say. And bam, straight uphill. So looking forward to this. They're going to wreak havoc inside Hell in a Cell. Oh, my God. It's going to add so much texture to the match. Just the environment they're going to be in. Jeff's probably going to do some crazy stunt that he shouldn't be doing, because Jeff's getting older and Jeff's body is torn all to pieces. And oh, my God, right? Please, Jeff, be safe. For God's sake, be safe. Take care of your body, man. You only get the one body. And after that, you get a whole lot of replacement parts. It's like buying a brand new car, and it's all you. This is it. You've got one. Like, all right. So the last car you bought. This is your brand. This is your car. You're not going to get another one. I don't know why. Say you're in some sort of communist regime and you can only have the one car because there's, bad guys running the gut. I don't know how communist regimes work, but anyway, that's exactly how they work. So you got the one car. That's it. If you screw the car up, well, that's your fault. You got to fix the car. You don't get another car. That's all you got. To imagine that. He's got the one body. Because everything you screw up on your body, you're going to have to get replacement parts. You got to get work done. And every time you fix something, it becomes a little bit weaker than it was before. You're only at your best before an injury. Can we all agree on that? Depending on what the injury is, of course. So, please, Jeff, be safe. For God's sake, be safe. So, yes, I'm very much looking forward to that match. Let's talk about the other women's championship match, because I keep seeing Ronda's name being mentioned all the way through here. Someone just said he relates a lot with Jeff. I get you there. I'm getting older, man, so it's stuff. When I stand up out of the chair, I hear some unusual popping and cracking that maybe I shouldn't hear. I'm like, is someone doing a bag of popcorn downstairs? Oh, that's me. Yikes. I'm just saying. Ronda Rousey versus Alexa Bliss. Okay. This is not so fun to talk about. First of all, mad respect to Ronda Rousey. Ronda came in a very tough situation. Known all over the world. You have to say, one of the most famous people in this country. Certainly one of the most famous athletes. Okay? You have to say that. Ashley Tate, what's up? Is that a bunch of thumbs up? I think it is. What's up? But, yeah, so Ronda had a big hill to climb. How can you be that famous? So everyone's saying hello to Ashley because we've had some females popping up on the show and Tom's all excited because Tom's a dude. And, well, do the math. I know it sounds terrible. Again, I don't mean it to sound terrible. I'm just saying. So everyone relax, okay? But, yeah, we've been saying hi to everyone. And by the way, again, I will tell every one of you out there, and maybe this is the last time I plug it, maybe it won't be, I don't know. Bear with me. If any of you are not my friends on Facebook, let's do this. Let's make it happen. We are family. I'm not going to sing. Relax. Everyone take a breath, okay? So Ronda Rousey had a huge hill to climb. She, most famous person in sports, arguably, yes, apart from Mike Tyson, only because he's out of his mind. No offense, I don't get punched in the face. Ronda had to come into a brand new set of fans who are a bit hard to get along with at times. Can we agree with that? Yeah? Fans are a bit fickle. We're as bad as comic book fans. A lot of us are the same, okay? Hard to please us. Hard to make us happy as a whole. We scrutinize. We criticize. A lot of things that end in eyes, I'm just saying. And she had to step in front of that audience who sat back like this, folded their arms and said, "Impress me. I'm waiting. Impress me." That's what she stepped into. That's what she walked in front of. And guess what? She's done it. Now, on the flip side of that, after we pat Ronda on the back, we will take a step back from Ronda and we'll say this. Ronda scares the crap out of me. Here's why. People have been talking about the judo flips and stuff. They look dangerous. They look too stiff. I'm going to tell you something. You have to be stiff in the ring. You have to be stiff in the ring. You have to be a little snug. I don't mean you should stiff people just because you can or because you're bullying someone or you know they're not going to fight back or you're just trying to take advantage of them or you're trying to lay your stuff in and make your stuff look good because you have to do it. I'm not saying that. I'm not really down with that. But what I do like are people in the ring that work a little bit snug because it's more realistic. I'm not saying everyone has to be strong style. I love New Japan, but the strong style stuff is a little hard. And someone just says, still waiting for Ronda to impress me. Fair enough, Michael. Fair enough. Can't argue that. So it's just all how you look at it. I don't care that Ronda's a little snug. What scares me is that Ronda might be a little snug and she doesn't have that much time in the ring in yet. That's the scary part because snug can become unsafe really quick. And I'm not here to disrespect anyone, especially like Ronda Rousey, and accuse her of being unsafe. You want to know how I don't know if she's unsafe or not? I'm not working her in the ring. I've been in the ring amongst unsafe people who swing chairs blindly and do things just to make themselves look good. And you know what you do to those people? You get away from those people. Because cooler heads need to prevail, and you need to work again tomorrow night. Or you have a job to go back to, or a family to go home to the next day. So you need to be smart. You see what I'm saying? So I'm not here to accuse her of being unsafe. That's not something I want to do, and I'm not going to do it right now. But I will say she scares me. Alexa's a good opponent for her because she's cowardly, and she's next to Ronda. She's like a little sawed-off runt. And she's egotistical, and she's all the things a good heel needs to be. They feed off each other very well, I think. WWE has tied their horse to Alexa Bliss, and they're letting her pull it, man. They're letting everywhere that she goes, she's booked incredibly well. Incredibly well. Someone says I look like Russell Crowe. Shut up. Hey, there's worse things to look like, right? I can't really do the accent. By the way, off topic, if you've never seen Cinderella Man, Cinderella Man is arguably the best Russell Crowe movie ever made. Oh my God, it's so good. Shut up with that. It's like Rocky, but like done during the Great Depression. It's so good. It's so freaking good. It's based on a true story as well. Go watch Cinderella Man. Don't do it right now. You're watching the show. Do it afterward. I don't see Bliss getting the title back from Ronda. I think Ronda's going to wear that title going into Evolution in October. Right? So, Ronda needs to learn to control her moves so she don't injure her. Okay, I hear you. I hear you. Gladiator's a good movie. I can't argue, but I still love Cinderella Man. That's just me. I hear you. At the same time, you can say that she has to control her moves. The proof is in the pudding. The real test are the ladies working her in the ring. That's all I'm going to say to you. Because there are things that can be made to look, oh my God, did you see what she just did? There are things that can be made to look, oh my God, she's going to kill someone. And the reality is everyone in the ring was 100% completely safe. Everyone's fine. She's fine. Everyone's okay. They're walking just fine after the match is over. I'm just saying. So I hear you. At the same time, I would, if I were you, my opinion is to reserve judgment. Now, if reports start coming out that she's hurt someone, they're reeling her in, they're getting her some more training. Remember when Goldberg came into WCW? No disrespect to Goldberg. They kind of rushed him in, and then he disappeared off TV for like 6 weeks or something. They sent him back to the power plant, right? Because he was hurting guys. He wasn't meaning to, but he wasn't ready. So, that's me talking. So, I would recommend, let's just be careful. So, good Lord. Someone commenting on the beard. My God, relax. Man. So, for every nice comment we get someone that obsesses over weird stuff. That's the pro wrestling fans, folks. I'm just saying. Hey, man, go with God. Whatever you want to think is fine with me. You're not going to ruin my day either way. I got a storm coming my way. Try ruining that. Try making that worse. I don't think you can. Okay. So, anyway. I don't see Alexa winning the title back. The rumor right now is Ronda Rousey versus Nikki Bella at Evolution. How are we feeling about that? I'm just asking. I don't know how I feel about that, to be honest with you. I think it's a bit messed up. I'm not a fan of the Bellas. We talked about this earlier. And, by the way, we'll send out one more call here, maybe, for the show. How's about that? If anyone's just signing on or just has been here in the last little few and has not heard me say this, check in wherever you're from right now. Tell us where you're at in the world right now. That'd be awesome of you. So, I don't know how I feel about Nikki Bella versus Ronda Rousey. I don't think I'm crazy about it. Can I be honest with you? Someone says, I hate it. Dave's here all the time. Dave, you're the man. Thank you. I'm not really with it. And here's my issue. Nikki's gotten better. See that face? Nikki's gotten Bella. Nikki's gotten Bella. Nikki's gotten better over the years. However, is Nikki so good to the point that she can cover up those moments when Ronda kind of starts going too fast? Maybe need to slow down and breathe. Or is Ronda, hi from Missouri. We got some Missouri folks in today. Mary, we've got Mary. Everyone say hello to Mary. Duncan, British Columbia, is that right? Sweet. About time you got Dave. What's up, man? Yeah, nothing but love, man. All right. Mary, Missouri. I like that. Mary, Missouri, you're on with Tom Clark's Main Event. Oh, my God. We need to do a call-in show. How cool would that be? I'm going to figure out that tech and let's make that happen. Sweet. Someone says, I'm from Michigan, but I'm in Louisiana. Visiting my sister. Hello, Michael, and to Michael's sister as well. Hello, Nancy. Nancy, what's up? Nancy, where in the world are you? Everyone say hello to Nancy. I'm so ecstatic with the female viewers we have here today because it's been all dudes all the time. And although that's fun, sometimes we need a female perspective. So everyone welcome Nancy. Nancy, you along with everyone else, if you're not sending me a friend request, please do. If you can find me on Facebook, because there's like 600 of us in one town in this freaking country, I'm going to stick with that line because it's funny. And it's true, actually. Just send the link, send your name or whatever in the Wrestling Rumors Messenger, and I will accept your friend request. Sound good? Sounds awesome. You can have me calling in and voicing my opinion. Probably not. Probably not. We're in a very opinionated bunch, yes? I like how nice our crowd is. That's awesome of you guys. Thank you. So yeah, I'm not crazy to see Ronda versus Nikki Bella. But I'm going to watch Evolution because those ladies deserve it and because they fought hard to get it. So yeah, let's see that. Why not? We've got 2 matches left and they're the 2 big ones. This one probably should be the main event. I don't think it will be because it's not inside Hell in a Cell. WWE Champion AJ Styles versus Samoa Joe. So, my latest for Wrestling Rumors is Hell in a Cell a must-win for Samoa Joe in WWE. Here's why I'm saying that to you. It occurred to me as I'm writing this column, because all it was going to be was like a preview match for Joe versus Styles at Hell in a Cell. Here's why it suddenly occurred to me. Joe is respected. Joe is loved, even though he's a heel. Joe has accomplished a lot of things in his time. He's had a lot of years in the business. He's done it all in the business. He's now, working in WWE where you can actually say, I've officially done it all in the business. He's done everything, right? There is to do except main event WrestleMania, right? Someone said Wendy. There's a Wendy here? Wendy! Everyone say hello to Wendy! Greetings from South Georgia. Am I pronouncing that correctly? South Georgia. No, I'm not insulting you. I am in the South as well. North Carolina represent. I'm just saying. So, Joe's done a lot, seen a lot, been a lot of places, been all over the world. At some point, Samoa Joe's got to win something in WWE. And I'm not saying necessarily a title, although that would be cool. He's got to win something, right? I mean, he's got to win a feud. Nancy says AJ Styles at the top of this game, 150% agree wholeheartedly. Totally agree with that. No, according to Samoa Joe. So, Joe's got to win something. He's got to win a feud. It doesn't mean he's got to go on a Goldberg winning streak. It doesn't mean he has to be dominant. It doesn't mean he has to squash everyone. It doesn't mean he's got to be WWE champion and hold it for 5 years. It doesn't mean anything outlandish or crazy or inappropriate or uncomfortable or whatever. It just means Samoa Joe's got to start winning something. He's got to win something at some point. Someone said he should have beaten Brock. I'll buy that for $1. Sure, maybe he should have. Listen, the longer you tell the world, the longer you tell the crowd and your audience, this guy's tough. I'm going to use my typical white guy voice. Is this fun? This guy's tough. He's. You better watch him. He's tougher than leather. Run DMC said it best. He's tougher than leather. You got to watch him. He's a whole ground and pound. Samoan submission machine. Samoan submission specialist. The destroyer. He's a force of nature. When he loses a match, not such a force of nature anymore. I'm just saying, right? He's got to win something. Has he won a feud yet? He beat Seth Rollins. That he did do. You can say he beat Seth Rollins. He didn't beat Brock Lesnar. He's not beating AJ Styles. Joe's not, no disrespect to Joe. Joe looks great every time he's there. Too many Tom Clark where I find, dude, just send a message to Wrestling Rumors Messenger. Okay? And if you do, Becky just did. Becky Anderson. The Andersons' cousin. Everyone's a cousin of the Andersons. I am too. Did you not know that? I'm a cousin of, we're all related somehow to the Andersons. That's how it works in pro wrestling. We're all somehow related. It's like everyone's related to whatever. We're all related somehow to the Anderson family. I'm like what do they say in Spaceballs? I am your father's cousin's sister's brother's former roommate. That's me, right? Sorry, I get off track. Creative is trash. What else is new? Paul bringing the rain on today's show, bringing the heat. Okay, yeah. Nancy says Joe is tough, but does he deserve the top spot? Maybe a top title. I'm not ready for the top spot. Nancy, I'll say this to you. I think he's ready. However, I don't know if WWE is ready to make it happen. AJ's in the midst of a huge, long title run that, he's earned. Yeah, he deserves. For real. At the same time, however, I will say that Joe is the absolute best challenger for him. May the shorts be with you. Nah, you got the upside, I got the downside. See, there's 2 sides to every shorts. Don't come at me on quoting Spaceballs. I got you right here, okay? So, This is the Tom. Welcome back to Tom Clark's Pop Culture Podcast. Oh my God, I think I like that. I've got 3 shows. Maybe there'll be a 4th one. Everyone do that. Hopefully you don't have a crooked pinky. How's about that? Is that better? Okay, so, yeah, Joe's got to win something. I think Joe's earned. He's the best opponent for AJ, no doubt about it. And I'm all about this. They're going to have a great match. In my opinion, the top 2 matches. I'll give you the top 3 matches of Hell in a Cell. It's going to be Lynch and Charlotte. It's going to be AJ and Joe. It's going to be Orton and Hardy. And I think you could pick either one of those 3 to be the top match at Hell in a Cell. Comb the desert. No, you fool. We were told to comb the desert, so we're combing it. Anyway, I'm not going to finish that because there's an expletive. And I don't curse on the show. Relax. You get enough of that crap. You're not going to get potty mouth from me. I curse every day. This is my opportunity to not curse all that often, which I'm taking. So, didn't know you were going to get some Spaceball stuff thrown at you today, did you? That sounded worse than I meant it to. So, yeah, man. Here's what I think. I think if WWE pulls the shocker, and I can't say it's going to be a shocker, because if Joe became WWE champion, would you really be shocked? Would you really be all that surprised? Can I ask you? Ashley Marie. Everyone say hello to Ashley Marie. Ashley, give us a follow. I mean me. I don't know why I say us. Yeah. A follow? Friends. I got Twitter and Facebook, man. Anyway, add me as a friend on Facebook. If you can't find me, anyone out there listening, I don't care who you are, what part of the world you're listening or watching from right now, hit me. You can send your name to Wrestling Rumors Messenger and we'll make it happen. Are you sick of that yet? It's how I roll, baby. Would you be that surprised if Samoa Joe won the WWE Championship from AJ Styles? I wouldn't be shocked at all. In fact, I would submit this. I submit, why not do it? Because he's gotten the best of AJ. Listen, one of the best stories told in pro wrestling. Mary said she can't find me. Send me a you don't have to send me a request, but just hit Wrestling Rumors Facebook Messenger and say, hey, I'm Mary, or hey, I'm John, or hey, I'm whoever you are. Add me, please. If you'll do that, I will certainly friend you. Jesus. I will friend you, and we'll just embark from there. Ashley, you're included in that. Paul, whoever else you have. Sound good? Awesome. Because, yes, I'm a little difficult to find. You wouldn't think so, not with this cool black shirt on. And the beard, to which I'm not going to shave. Whoever said that. People are mean out there. So divisive. Not me. I bring people together. I'm a community organizer. I'm just kidding. So, it wouldn't surprise me at all if Joe won the title. In fact, I'd be down with that. I'm just saying. And I think, and not think, I know. But, again, go back to this. One of the best stories told in pro wrestling is the comeback of the babyface. It's what keeps the business going if you really think about it. AJ's had all this time as WWE champion, booked at the top of the card, outshines a lot of other guys that probably should be up there with him. He's head and shoulders above everyone else. Now that guy gets taken down hard by someone that absolutely cheated, sneak attack, assaulted, maimed, all this other stuff, did everything he could to get inside the head of AJ Styles and went after his family. Oh my God, Tom, it's personal. We don't have to wait till Sunday. We could do it right here, right now, right? That's AJ and Joe. Now, take AJ's title from him, send him crashing down to earth, take everything he has from him. Have his wife in tears at ringside. Have his the little girl covering her face. Have Joe laughing at him, holding the belt up, laughing at him. If you could get color in WWE, I'd say AJ needs color. He needs a crimson mask. He needs to be unresponsive. AJ don't need to tap out. AJ needs to pass out. Okay? That's me talking. Put Joe over like he's never been put over before. Have him show up the next night on SmackDown in a 3-piece suit. Endorsed by Triple H if you have to. Whatever you got to do. Have him out there talking about, now you got your real WWE champion. See? Tell me that wouldn't work. What's the story from there? AJ fights back up. AJ has the comeback. Okay? Rocky's not Rocky unless Rocky loses. Rocky has to lose. Rocky never succeeds if Rocky loses. I'm talking about the movie, not the guy. Okay? If Rocky doesn't lose, there's no movie. He has to lose. Rocky can win. He has to lose. AJ Styles, the more he wins, yes, the more you'll respect him, the more it'll be fun to watch because he's so good in the ring. He is, not taking anything away from him. But AJ Styles, I'm sure, would tell you the same thing. Eventually, there's got to be a dip. There's got to be a point to where okay, I'm going to lose and it's going to benefit me in the long run. It's telling a bigger story. It's telling a bigger story than what you see in front of you right now. And that story, you light a guy on fire, what did they do to Seth Rollins? Forget the soundbite from the song, I'm just saying. What did they do to Seth Rollins? Lit that dude on fire and watched him burn all the way back to the top. That's what they're going to do with AJ, in my humble opinion. Set that guy on fire and watch him tear through it. Because that's what he does. Imagine AJ Styles that's put out of action for a month, taken off TV. I know it's why would you take your best talent off TV? They're trying to keep him away from Joe, keep Joe away from him, until the day he finally gets his hands back on Joe and pops the crowd and blows the roof off the place like nothing you've ever seen or even heard in your life. Stone Cold Steve Austin kind of pop, baby. Road Warrior pop, that's what I'm talking about. And Joe finally gets his. Because Joe, no matter how much you respect him, no matter how much you cheer him, Joe's the heel in this story. Why? Because AJ's such a good babyface. And AJ has so much love from the crowd. Right? Joe's flat out heel. You can chant Joe's going to kill you and all that crap. You're going to boo Joe over AJ every day of the week and twice on Sunday. And that's the truth. Okay? So this is not booking. This is just me throwing it out there. Everyone relax. You know what I hate when I listen to shows or watch shows? This is what WWE should do. I've actually read columns. WWE should do this. If they were smart, they'd do this. Oh, really? So you got the answers, huh? Jesus. Well, let's call Connecticut and get you on a plane because you're obviously wasting your time, sitting behind a laptop. Let's get you paid, baby. Come on, shut up. I give my take. I give you what I think. You can agree or disagree, and then we can talk about it. That's just how I roll, right? That's just me, okay? So, you know what? Screw it. I say Samoa Joe for WWE Champion at Hell in a Cell. Let's make this happen. That's me. You know what I mean? Let's do this. You got one match left, and some of you maybe didn't want to talk about this match. And no disrespect. Everyone relax. Take a breath. Take a breath. Roman Reigns defending the Universal Championship against Braun Strowman inside Satan's structure. Hell in a Cell. Jamie just said, Foley is the ref. Foley is the ref. I love me some Foley. Foley is still beat up. This is what 20-some odd years of diving off cages and getting thrown off Hell in a Cells and going through tables and thumbtacks and barbed wire and C4 and going through the ropes and losing your ear and bleeding 6 buckets every night on 7 different continents and all this stuff. That's what it'll do to you. You kind of walk funny at the end of the day. So, Foley's got, man, I'm going to tell you right now, this Foley's got stuff, so much incredible respect to Mick Foley. Not because he bled on 7 continents and all that stuff. I'm talking about what he did for the sake of the business. What he did, not just for himself, but for the guys he worked. Okay? Foley became a star because of the risk he was willing to take to his body. I mean, we're talking about a guy that maybe wouldn't be walking at all right now. Thinking about Mick Foley. He's still hurt. Do I see him interfering? Definitely. Nancy believes he's going to interfere. Does everyone agree with Nancy? Nancy, I'll pitch this back to you. What reason would Foley have? I guess they could just manufacture something out of thin air. It's been a long time since Foley's been heel. And I'll put it to you this way. Stephanie McMahon does not want Roman Reigns as champion. Storyline, relax. She doesn't want him as champion. Why is that? Because Roman's a babyface. Okay? Foley was fired by Stephanie, right? So, why would Foley give Stephanie what she wants and Roman loses the belt to Strowman? That's just me talking. Now, if they had a power play situation where he's like, I did this to get my job back because I need the money, some such nonsense, and then they oust Kurt Angle, that'd be interesting. Kurt wants to supposedly get back in the ring full time? I don't know. All due respect to him. If he does, hope it works out. But That would be an interesting twist. I don't know if I see it. I like the idea of Foley in there. It's a nice little touch to the Hell in a Cell gimmick, but at the same time, I don't know if I'm feeling it. If they could explain it, go with God. Let's see what happens, right? I don't think Roman's losing that belt. Because, again, you take this with a grain of salt. Supposedly everything you've read so far, and yours truly included, is that WWE wants a big, long, extended Universal title run for Roman Reigns. And let's be honest about it. I don't think you should get the Brock Lesnar, holy cow, breaking records kind of run, because Brock was never there, like, ever. Okay? But let's just say that, he keeps it for, like, up until WrestleMania. But who beats Roman at WrestleMania? I still believe, and we're jumping off topic, I still believe that a WrestleMania main event, not going to happen next year, I don't believe, because next year is going to be Ronda versus Charlotte, title for title. I believe. That's what I'm thinking. Main event, WrestleMania 35. I'm just saying. 34? 35. Listen to me forgetting the number. Isn't that terrible? But I still think it would be Roman versus Seth versus Dean. Triple threat main event, WrestleMania for the title. That's just me. I don't see Roman dropping the belt. I don't think he should keep it forever. But and if anyone's going to beat him, it'll be Braun. Supposedly the rumor mills are spinning because that's what they do, right? Whether they're true or not, that McIntyre will be the next guy up to face Roman. Now I don't know if that's true or not. I don't know. It's one of those things where you just kind of don't know. You just kind of wait and see. Be interesting to see. Mostly because Drew is so good in the ring. He's come so far. Yes. Oh my God, he's come so far. And he looks amazing. Drew's a god, dude. Drew is cut from granite. Look at that guy. Shut up. He is. He looks amazing. And he sounds so good on the mic. And he's evil. And he's dark. And he's brooding. And you're like, that guy looks like an assassin. You know what I'm saying? He looks like the hired muscle in like a Stallone movie or something. That's what Drew McIntyre looks like to me. You know the Expendables? He's on the opposite team. I'm just saying. Okay? He looks like he'd be beating the crap out of Denzel Washington in an action flick. Get your words out, Tom. Lashley deserves a strap. My man. I like doing that. That's good. You know what? That's going to become his catchphrase. Don't look now, but Lashley's got a new catchphrase. My man. There's going to be a shirt. Wait for it. Black shirt. My man on it. It's coming. Wait for WWEshop.com. And I should get a cut of this stuff because I'm pitching ideas. Shut up. But, yeah. That's just what I think. I don't see Roman losing. I think Strowman could try to intimidate Foley. I think Strowman could get in his face and Roman makes the save and accidentally knocks Foley down or something, and that could lead to some kind of screw job. Maybe. Perhaps. Interesting. But that to me is it. I see Roman keeping the title. That's how I see Hell in a Cell playing out. As we said, that's the match card. That's the match card. There's no more matches at the moment. Don't be surprised if WWE throws some more matches your way on Sunday, September 16th. Someone just said Lashley just threw up in my mouth a bit. Paul be stealing lines from Dodgeball. Everyone tell Paul it's not cool to steal lines from Dodgeball. It's okay, I'm just playing. I love Dodgeball. Another very quotable movie, I'm just saying. Can't wait to see Charlotte versus Becky Cold. Is that like Stone Cold? Ashley. Yeah, Becky Cold. That's interesting. Yeah, it's going to be a good match. Looking forward to it. I think it's going to be, I think it'll be one of the top 3 matches. Could steal the show. That's what I think. I wouldn't be surprised. Sting returned to help Roman. You'd be hard-pressed to find a bigger Sting fan than yours truly. I love Sting. I do. It still ticks me off that Sting never faced Undertaker. Absolute, complete garbage. There's a photo floating around on online somewhere of the Undertaker and Sting together, and it was at WrestleMania. What WrestleMania was Sting at? Was it 30 when Daniel Bryan won the title, or am I getting my dates mixed up? Yeah, it's not it because Triple H worked Sting that year. Was it? What WrestleMania was it? Someone look that up, or I'll just do it myself. Jeez. If you want something done right, I'm not going to say do it yourself because you guys are awesome. So, I'm just saying. So I'm going to look that up. If anyone knows off the top of their head, hit me. Yes? When did Sting work Triple H? Was it 31? Let's find out. You hear the typing? That's me, baby. The first thing that comes up when you put Sting versus is Triple H. Not Ric Flair, Triple H. Thank you. 31 was the answer. Well done. You win the no prize. Where are my Marvel Comics fans at? Are you out there? Huh? Because you know the editor, the no prize? Okay. So yeah, Sting versus Triple H. WrestleMania 31. Screwed the pooch. Want to know why? Because Undertaker was backstage and there's a photo floating around and it pisses everyone off. There's your curse word for the day because it made me mad as well. They're right there in the same locker room and you don't book the match? Have you lost your mind? Taker worked Bray Wyatt in a throwaway match that no one cared about. All due respect to Bray. Love me some Bray. I'm just saying. The match is probably gone. It's probably not going to happen now. It's probably over. I know you don't want to hear that, but it's probably not going to happen now. But I'll put it this way. If it were to happen, if next year it's Sting versus Undertaker at WrestleMania, you want to talk about, if you want to talk about flat out, you know, most anticipated match of all time, WWE makes truckloads of money. They back up the money truck. There's the rocker reference. So they back up the money truck. Hear the beeping noise? That's the money truck backing up. License to print money. I'm just saying. I'd buy that for $1. You kidding? A heartbeat. I'd be all over that show. I don't care how old they are. Screw it. Come at me. Let's go. Let's hit a few questions. A little Q&A. Yes, yes, yes. Someone said yes, yes, yes. Let's do this. And then we're going to take it home because we've been on the air. Well, we've been on Facebook Live on the air for like going on an hour and a half. But this is fun. Are you having fun? I'm having a blast. Maybe Cena returns. Sure. By the way, have you seen John Cena lately? Oh my God. I'm just saying. At what point are you done working out? Like, do you know what I'm saying? At what point? Much love, John. I'm just saying. Evolution pay-per-view, I don't think it's a sellout yet. I don't believe so. Last I read, it was not a sell. They expect it to sell out. It's a slow burn. Ashley, along with everyone else, please watch Evolution. Support it. Tweet it. Live tweet it. I don't care if you hate the match. I'm legit. Show the ladies some love because they've earned it. They've earned it. Am I wrong? They've earned it. Now, they got to get out there and show what they can do. And they got to bring it home. Now, I'll put it this way. You wanted women's wrestling to be top-notch. You wanted it to be taken seriously. You wanted women's wrestling to stand out. You wanted women's wrestling to be accepted on the level of men's wrestling. You got your wish. But now prepare yourself because when women's wrestling sucks, we're going to call them out on it. And it doesn't mean we're hitting personal shots at the women, just like hopefully we're not hitting personal shots at the men. But let's just be honest. We have got to call it down the middle, call it fair. But they do deserve all the credit in the world for getting there. Hopefully it doesn't turn into an episode of Total Divas. I'm with you, Jim. I am with you 150%, my friend. 150% is becoming a catchphrase. That'll be my new t-shirt. How do you like that? Is the match card that was leaked, is that the real match card? Glad you asked. Let's look up Evolution event. This is from WWE's website. Yes, they're still selling tickets to the first ever WWE Evolution event, October 28th. What have we got so far? We only got 2 matches. They're still sticking with this, man. They only got 2 matches. Bliss versus Stratus and Lita versus Mickey. I love Lita as well, by the way. Whoever said that, I love Lita as well. How do you feel about the new generation versus the veterans? How do you feel about that? Be the same as the men. Don't hold back. It's cool. It's the same as the men. The newer generation versus the older generation. Yes, female superstar, women superstars, 100%, absolutely. Every week I get one of 2 questions. One I'm not going to mention because I'm not going to give you the satisfaction. Number 2 is women's tag team championships. Make it happen. Stop messing with my emotions and make it happen. Because it needs to happen. They've got enough talent. Do it. Which indie star will WWE sign next? Well, if you believe anything you read on the dirt sheets, it's going to be Pentagon Jr. He's denied that. But wouldn't you deny it if you want to keep it a secret? There's 2 kinds of people in this business you never trust. The promoter and the wrestler. And here's why. It's in the promoter's best interest to keep the truth from you. It's in the wrestler's best interest to lie to you. Now, it doesn't mean that either one of those guys are bad people. I'm not saying that at all. And I'm not even trying to suggest that, so don't get it twisted, okay? But this is a pro wrestling business. The whole thing is based on a lie. Pro wrestling business is based on a lie. It's based on illusion. That's what it's all about, for sure. Keep that in mind. Him and Ray are reportedly signed. I don't know if I've read that, but I have read it's coming. That supposedly Ray coming back is already, I can't say a guarantee, but it's sort of already, yeah, definitely going to happen. You can bet everything that you have, bet the house on this, that every dude in that WWE locker room, whether it's Raw, SmackDown, or NXT, wants to work Rey Mysterio. I'm distracted. I got New Japan going on the TV. Can you tell I'm not looking at you guys anymore? Isn't that terrible? Sorry. New Japan stuff coming this weekend on the New Japan app. So if you don't have the streaming service, get it. For real. What are you doing? Get it. What else you guys want to talk about? Omega versus Styles at WrestleMania. I'll buy that, sure. Don't know if he's going to come, but if he does, hey. Do I see Matt Hardy retiring? Yeah, I think he kind of already has. And I don't think Matt wanted to have a farewell tour. I've been friendly with Matt off and on over the years. I interviewed him face-to-face in a show in Hendersonville, North Carolina. And can I tell you something, get you folks something? He was one of the first guys there. And the last people to leave the building that night were me and Matt Hardy, Rebby Sky, and a buddy of mine that came with me that night, and the promoter. We were the last ones out of the building that night. Matt had a plane to catch, and we were the last ones out of the building that night because he stayed that long. He didn't stay for the money. He stayed that long because the meet and greet before the show, not everyone got to get a picture with him and stuff. He stayed afterward. He worked the main event, was sweating buckets, and stayed and got his picture taken. Very cool guy. This was back, can I be honest, this is back before Matt kind of cleaned himself up, and he still was a great guy and great to be around. I got nothing but positivity for Matt Hardy. We've talked a little bit over the years. I'll wish him happy birthday, Merry Christmas, or something like that. You know what I mean? Just a little talking here and there. We go back and forth, but all the best to Matt Hardy, for sure. Paul Heyman needs to be Kevin Owens' client. And I wrote about that, by the way. Supposedly that was all bogus, that none of that was even remotely true. But I want to see Paul back on my TV. I kind of need to see Paul back on my TV. I'd love to see that happen. I don't know if it has to be Owens. It could be somebody else. Is Paul Heyman going to be Roman Reigns? You mean advocate? I don't think so. Just me talking. Could broken Matt Hardy work as a manager or leader of a faction? Sure. Imagine broken Matt Hardy being the mouthpiece. Yes. Interesting. He's behind the scenes now, supposedly learning how to book. I don't know if he's technically a road agent. He's playing it close to the cuff, and he should be. I sent him a message on Facebook or on Twitter saying, look, there's a lot of rumors going around. If you want to clear the air, I'm your guy. He saw the message. He never responded. That's cool. I got nothing but respect for him. It's all good. We're getting ready to take this thing home. Someone said I met Jeff at a TNA show. Very nice guy. Stay after the show. Make sure everyone got... Yeah, see, listen, as Arn Anderson would say, not to toot my own horn, but toot, toot. Matt and Jeff, Carolina boys. You see? Carolina boys. Okay, that's us, man. We're not exactly the worst kind of people on earth here. There's a lot of, wacky rednecks living here, can I be honest, who have some weird ideas about how the country should be run. But for the most part, a lot of us are actually pretty good guys, I'm just saying. And it's that, I don't want to say Southern hospitality, but listen, not to get off on another rant, there's something about wrestling down south. It's a different animal than anywhere else in the country and really the world. it's sort of an automatic thing. It's an automatic thing with fans down south and with wrestlers down south. You just kind of get it. You know, you don't really need to explain to you. It's a feeling process. It's more story and raw emotion. It's not choreographed matches or predetermined spots or rehearsed interviews. It is flat out just, let's just go in there and feel this out. Let's go in there and let's see where the match takes us. And Southern Pro Wrestling fans are kind of the same mindset. I want to see raw emotion. Do you know what I'm saying? That's what I want. That's me. So, couple more. We're going to take it home. We've been talking forever here, folks, but I've had a blast. Hopefully you have too. I can see Willow showing up at Hell. Oh, someone. Dustin. Everyone tell Dustin that he's awesome. Could I see Willow showing up at Hell in a Cell? Sure. Okay. Inasmuch as when you push Finn Balor the wrong way, you see the demon. When you push Jeff Hardy enough, you see Willow. That's interesting. That's the one wrinkle in that match. We were talking about that match a lot earlier because I'm really high on it. I think it will be huge. I know it will be. That's the one wrinkle that would throw Randy Orton off his game. Right now, Randy thinks he's got it all figured out. But you throw Willow at him, it wouldn't end like Corbin and Finn Balor. Relax. I'm not saying that. But that'd be interesting. Hey, I'd buy that for sure. Do you use your belt buckle as an ID? Ha ha! No. I know, you're playing. It's cool. No. Trust me, I have worked very long and hard over the years on the accent. The last thing I want to do is sound Southern. I've been told that it comes out when I'm excited or mad. That I get all kinds of, you know, trailer when that happens. I know I don't live in a trailer. Everyone relax on that too. Okay, the questions are kind of winding down. Listen. We're going to take this home. Once again, we thank Heidi Ryan at Wrestling Rumors for allowing us to have this platform. We got to thank all you fine folks for tuning in. We do very much appreciate it. One more time for the record, and I'll promise not to blow you guys up over this next week, okay? If any of you have not become my friends on Facebook, please make that happen. If you can't find me, just send a message to Wrestling Rumors Facebook Messenger, and I will respond. And I will become your friend. We can be best buds, yo. And I got to thank all you folks for showing up. Remember to follow me on Twitter if you'd like to at Tom Clark Writes, WRITES, Tom Clark Writes. I'm also on the aforementioned Chair Shot as well as, of course, Wrestling Rumors and the Sports Daily. So check me out there as well. Got a new website I'm going to be writing for coming up in October. I'm all kinds of jacked about that. Jack to the moon, actually. So I'm very happy about that. I'm excited to start. So please tune in for that. Remember, you can subscribe to the show on iTunes. I've been told the Google Play is not working. Got to look into that, find out what's going on. But the show is on YouTube. This particular episode will be on hopefully by this evening. Might take me a little bit of time. And again, to all you folks out there who may be affected by Hurricane Florence, please stay safe. We want the best for you. We wish you well. And please follow that or send that back your way, my way, actually. As I am in North Carolina, we're bracing for impact. And hopefully, to goodness, it's not all that bad up my way. So, much love to everyone out there. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in. Thanks for hanging out with us for the past little bit. And remember, every Friday, even through inclement weather, my man, we're here. Someone just said, great show. Thanks, Gerald. Much love. Appreciate it. We're here every Friday, 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on Facebook Live, Wrestling Rumors. Thanks for hanging out with us, man. We appreciate it. Please follow us everywhere you can. We'll follow you back. Read the columns. Give me some input. Whatever you want to talk about, we'll talk about it. Send me a message. It's all good. And we're going to see you next time. Everyone be good. Have a good weekend. Stay safe. And we will see you next time. Enjoy Hell in a Cell. I might be live tweeting that sucker. You're not going to know unless you follow me on Twitter at Tom Clark Writes. Oh, my God. Make it happen. Thanks for love, everybody. I appreciate it. We will see you next time on Tom Clark's Main Event.